Although Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done a fantastic job so far, Manchester United should not be tempted to change course based on 4 consecutive wins. If they had a big-name replacement in mind when Jose Mourinho was sacked before Christmas, they should stick to their plan, otherwise they will fall into the trap of making it up as they go along. Don't get me wrong, I'm not devaluing or belittling those 4 wins against Cardiff, Huddersfield, Bournemouth, and Newcastle. Those games had to be won, and Solskjaer made sure they were won in some style. Win £25,000 for free with FOOTIA5. Click here to play. The smile is back on the face of Manchester United. All of a sudden, a top 4 finish does not seem out of reach, and next month's Champions League last 16 assignment against Paris Saint-Germain does not seem quite such a big ask. There is a different feel around the training ground. People who had anxiety written across their faces a few weeks ago have a spring in their step now. But if United believe one of the world's top coaches will be available in the summer, why deviate from their plan? Yes, there has been a big upturn in results, and especially in the manner of their performances, since Solskjaer took over, and he deserves all the praise coming his way. Yes, Paul Pogba has looked rejuvenated and is playing with the freedom of expression United fans hoped they would see when he rejoined the club as a £90 million player. And, yes, I hope Solskjaer is rewarded for delivering the change of mood by staying at Old Trafford beyond his initial term as interim manager. It would make no sense for United to bring a legend back as a firefighter, use his knowledge of the club's history and heritage to effect an upturn in fortunes on the pitch, and then wash their hands of him completely. But if the grand design, when they sacked Mourinho, was for Solskjaer to hold the fort until United's first choice as manager, Mauricio Pochettino, Zinedine Zidane or whoever it may be, becomes available in the summer, what has changed? If Manchester United are going to re-emerge as credible long-term title challengers, they should not be swayed by short-term thinking. The single biggest result they can hope for as a club in the first half of 2019 is to land their chosen target as manager and give him the resources to rebuild the team. Right now, Solskjaer can do no wrong in the fans' eyes, so there is a perfect opportunity to integrate him, along with other legends, into the club's fabric, possibly as director of football. United already have Michael Carrick as a first-team coach, Nicky Butt is now head of the academy, and the return of Mike Phelan as Solskjaer's tracksuit lieutenant has restored swagger to the football. I always felt David Moyes' decision to dispose of Phelan, such a safe pair of hands, when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager, was possibly his biggest mistake and a huge error of judgment by the club, which contributed significantly to United's decline in the post-Fergie era. People have been quick to point the finger at players and ask why they looked so flat in the last days of Mourinho, but so sharp the minute he was out of the door, but it's not that simple. When I was at Derby, my career was flatlining, and I was losing my appetite for the game when we were relegated with a record low of 11 points under Paul Jewell. But when Joel left, and there was a new manager to impress, I found a new lease of life. That doesn't mean I wasn't trying under Joel, or that I was going through the motions. Rightly or wrongly, I had renewed energy, renewed enthusiasm. The old savage was back. Like it or not, that's sometimes how it works in football. If you are not enjoying football, sometimes you are energized by regime change. It's probably true in many jobs. At a club like United, clearly that should not happen when a manager has spent £350 million on new players in 2.5 years. And it is an utterly ridiculous situation that one of the world's biggest clubs found themselves in a predicament where they had to sack a manager in mid-season and ask legends back to deliver a quick fix. Even though Solskjaer has done an amazing job, United should be wary of turning a superb short-term solution into their grand design for the long term. Football news straight to your inbox. Never want to miss the latest transfer news or match reports? We've got newsletters sending you the latest from the football world, or, more specifically, for Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. Sign up here to receive stories straight to your inbox. Keep him at the club, yes. Tap into legends of the Fergie era by all means. But maintain United's history of developing exceptional young talent. It was refreshing to see them finish the 3-1 win against Huddersfield with 4 academy graduates, Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard and Angel Gomez, on the pitch. I expect to see another one, exciting forward Mason Greenwood, in the first-team picture soon, possibly in Saturday's FA Cup tie against Reading. And above all, don't deviate from the grand design. In football, second thoughts are often the most costly.